There at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Under. Swing to the fit, right. To the right. Here we go, 47. Go. Get out there. 26.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Prescott now on second down. Steps away to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Black, come on.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Here we go. 280! Sunday! Right there. 54 5. Yeah, let's go sandwich.
They'll run with Clement, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Wentz to throw on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. 27.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second down, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Prescott from the gun on third. And he will find his man on the outside. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. And now it's third down.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
There we go. 46.
Now Prescott. Flush to his right. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now wins. This complete left side to Aguilar. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's Wentz to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The first catch for Jeffrey. Good enough for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, they start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Run. I'm bringing it to you.
Again, it's Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From midfield, here's Wentz. And incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Now Wentz. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
81.
Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And now here come the Cowboys. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done? Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Now Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A second down throw for Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game.
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Looking for Woods that time.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They had a tough time getting him down.
And he's got this one down to the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A run, it's Clement. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the carry, here's Clement. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, nice move. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll...
Oh, Prescott stripped!
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott from the gun. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Right side complete, that's Woods. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start. 1st down, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swing to the ball here in the first half. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to sling this deep down. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back. So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now, as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach. It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another. And got his man complete. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early. And
there goes Alan Hurns. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys cut into that lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is Clement. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check. What's done? What's done?
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's find 7.
Play action. Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Second and goal from inside the 5. He'll get it up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Prescott, and he's going to go down again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Woods, the intended receiver. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On first down, Wentz. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run again with Clement. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Right there, 54.
Working from the gun, Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And then a ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Get out.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Right over there. Hey, we're going right there. Hey, 47. 26.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will lose his yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And some room to roam now. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Here we go, 46. Switch, and 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Mike Bennett in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
Here we go, 46. Switch, 26.
One last shot now for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No